How to write a script that accepts input from a file or from stdin. How can one write a script that accepts input from either a file name argument or from stdin? For instance, you could use less this way. One can execute less file name, and equivalently, cat file name, less. Is there an easy out-of-the-box way to do so? Or do I need to reinvent the wheel and write a bit of logic in the script?
If the file argument is the first argument to your script, test that there is an argument, $1, and that it is a file. Else read input from stdin. So your script could contain something like this. For example, then you can call the script like or edit some explanation of the script. $#ge1af$1 if at least one command line argument, $#ge1, and a operator. The first argument is a file, f tests if $1 is a file, then the test result is true. And amp semicolon and amp is the shell logical and operator. If test is true, then assign input equals $1 and cat $input will output the file. Vertical bar is the shell logical operator. If the test is false, then commands following vertical bar are parsed. Input is assigned to the command cat reads from the keyboard. Summarizing, if the script argument is provided and it is a file, then variable input is assigned to the file name. If there is no valid argument, then cat reads from the keyboard.
Read reads from standard input. Redirecting it from file, /script and lt, some input, or through pipe, do something, /script, will not make it work differently. All you have to do is to loop through all the lines in input, and it doesn't differ from iterating over the lines in file. Sample code processes only one line. Will echo first line of your standard input, either through and lt, or vertical bar.
You don't mention what shell you plan on using, so I'll assume bash, though these are pretty standard things across shells. File arguments. Arguments can be accessed via the variables $1, $0 returns the command used to run the program. Say I have a script that just cats out n number of files with a delimiter between them. In this case, we are passing a file name to cat. However, if you wanted to transform the data in the file, without explicitly writing and rewriting it, you could also store the file contents in a variable. Read from stdin. As far as reading from stdin, most shells have a pretty standard read built in, though there are differences in how prompts are specified, at the very least. The bash built-in's man page has a pretty concise explanation of read, but I prefer the bash hackers page. Simply multiple variables. To set multiple variables, just provide multiple parameter names to read. Read will then place one word from stdin into each variable, dumping all remaining words into the last variable. If fewer words are entered than variables, the leftover variables will be empty, even if previously set. Prompts. I use p-flag often for a prompt. Note, ZSH and KSH, and perhaps others, Use a different syntax for prompts. Default values. This isn't really a read trick, but I use it a lot in conjunction with read. For example, basically, if the variable reply exists, return itself, but if his is empty, return the following parameter, n.
You can also do For more neat parameter substitution tricks in Bash, see this.